Thanks. So, I guess I'm your last speaker after a crazy line of speakers ahead of me. Man, you guys pack some powerful stuff. But, yeah, so, as you said, I'm Donovan Shirt, and I've been an MC for about 3 years, and I go by the name of Genesis. And the reason why I call myself Genesis is because with my lyrics, I look to empower youth. Well, Genesis is a formation or origin, basically. I look to create a formation of a new perspective amongst our youth's eyes of what an at-risk youth may go through nowadays. You know, a lot of people are blind to that. Because, see me, I'm labeled as an at-risk youth as well. You know, I come from a background of growing up with a bunch of siblings and a single mother. My dad was absent. You know, we didn't have it that easy, and we fought a lot, causing a lot of different predicaments to come at hand and a lot of changes that I couldn't even control, I guess. And moving around place to place, you know, eventually we became too much of a handful to when my family would pass us back and forth from the reservation to the city because we weren't stabilized youth. We weren't. I'm not even gonna lie, I was a bad kid. And it got to a point where I was placed to live with my father for the first time I ever met him. And it was a pretty good start, but it was not a healthy relationship between a father and his son. You know, I'm not gonna be a little sensitive, I guess. There was abuse involved. And it lasted for about 10, 11 months. And it was a very difficult time, especially for that age. I was 11 at the time. And yeah, so I come back, I leave that, you know, I get shipped back to the city. And, you know, since the past, you know, too much to handle, my mother could not take me back in. I landed in a bunch of group homes as well. So I don't want to live in a group home. Who wants to live in a group home? It's just a bunch of people who get paid to look after youth that they didn't even make, you know what I'm saying? Well, that was my perspective at the time. So I didn't want to live there. I kept leaving, and every time I left, they put me back in a different one. So I lived in a total amount of 11 group homes. And it just went downhill from there. You know, I kept running away, and nobody trusted me. I was too much of a handful, and I landed myself in a pit of homelessness that I still kind of fight to this day. You know, so yeah, times is difficult. And when you are homeless, you're wandering around the streets. You're looking for something to eat. You wish you could be clean because the lack of showering, you know, the lack of sleep, the cold nights, you know, it's really tough for a youth. And this happened at 12 years old. I was wandering around. And at that point, you feel like nobody loves you, you feel like nobody cares, and you feel like nobody wants to be there. So what I realized as I'm going through that cycle is that I never had nobody to, you know, try and empower me, tell me that I could make it, tell me that I could one day possibly be president, I could possibly be a teacher, I could possibly save lives as being a doctor. I never had that. But I wasn't the only one going through this. So what I chose to do at the time, I love music. There's nothing I love more than music. It's what I use as an outlet to talk about when you have nobody to talk to. See, I was passive-aggressive about what happened with my father, but I'd write it down. I found it weird. But so being the only person, you know, noticing that I wasn't the only one going through it, but it was hard to connect with other people. Nowadays, people don't start conversations like, hey, yeah, I'm homeless. You too? Yeah, let's be friends. It doesn't happen like that. So what I look to do is that I look for an audience through my music, you know. So, and that's what I choose to do with me, trying to empower somebody, let somebody know, somebody else possibly wandering around the streets, somebody else possibly looking for something to eat, to just let them know that they're not the only one. And you also have the power to make that difference, to make that change and break that cycle, basically. It's really, I don't know, there's a lot to it I can explain about how music has impacted my life, but I don't know, I'll just rap for you guys, I guess? How about that? All right, thanks. So, now as formulate the art, the motion, to craft the canvas for the hopeless. Hold your head and know it's only getting colder as we're growing. But each morning that you rise, watch the sky and sun collide for me, and I get another glance, but I'm sure that you'll be fine. But feel the might inside, see the slightest touch is welcoming. As melodies developing, I stand for what the weather brings so we can let the freedom fly. Everyone from anything, this world is on a tune that sadly few will get to sing. But let that sink, it's best to peak the levels of our own. Regrets to link, connect, and grief intended to our dome. Make the freshest sleep, progress, and see your head to leave the cold. Forget the streets, reflect the peace to send throughout the throne. Cause forever's not a living, earth was borrowed from the children. And it's run these better shapes, so let's teach and leave a good condition. I feed the flame of wisdom, forgive and give to get. And we're all the same but different, so just try to have some respect. But what people don't know, that I'm constantly fight with homelessness, but there's no shame in my confession. I'm adapted to my loneliness. I practice with composure, getting fragile, getting older, but the fact is that I've had it with the habit of my roaming. As happy's getting closer, it collapses to a boulder. No attraction from the rations, I'm a black sheep in the global. So while these letters are welded to beats, in my head is the heaviest grief. I was thinking I'm better deceased, of finding a way to itself to retrieve from the streets that I sweep. I compete with the feet, but it seems that it's getting to me. The ghetto police, no bed when to sleep, but the days I got nothing to eat, so I kept it a pencil carving, living with burdens, wasn't suburban. Feeling uncertain, maybe a curse to turn it, converted to worse, the person, but keep attacking from the bottom, while the wacky people follow. See, my mind is going crazy like an addict with no product. There's no job from where I'm paid, and every day don't seem to change, but the least I have to cope is a healthy mental state. But what's the cost of living a life without a sickness cycle? I'm just thinking of what it's like to be in a family that doesn't fight, and having enough to eat, but close the bed, not stuck in the streets. See, I wonder when I'll peak and satisfy this hunger in me. See, I'm mesmerized by memories I never thought I'd ever see. Whatever this turned out to be, I doubt these clouds of nicotine can give me some reality or something close to comforting. If you get the stuff you give, I wonder what both of my lungs will bring, but I guess uprising from the ashes and thrashing with the drama. They'll come to me so easy, someone spitting like a llama. Due to lack of strength inside this head filled with the grief. See, I'm assumed to rap a rap, but I only do this for my dreams. And ever since the first verse, I found the perk that was observed. My pain was finally hurt, so I could work it with the words. Self-expression is an asset that's escaped inside the shadow, but when you live a life at dark, it's all you have to fight this battle. See, I'm sanctioned in this maze of time. The station changed my frame of mind and face the cravings just to let it lay or maybe take my life. But I gathered all my thoughts on these paths that I embarked. It's a fact this life is hard, but I find my way, my God is God. While trying to make a difference, we're engraved upon the wheel, and this cycle don't make sense. I might just break a dollar bill, cause I condemn myself to penmanship, but the message is refused. Resentment of the truth has bruised our minds and what abused. So as I look in devastation, emulations getting greater, manipulations terminating characteristics or behaviors. Assimilations captivating, I'm enabling the hatred toward the term originality. So I'm seeking separation. See, the desecration we intake is innovating us to follow. Do we lose ourselves within? You can say we're going hollow. So nowadays a person's insecurity is who they are, but no matter what, just be yourself. I guarantee you'll make it far. Thanks for listening, I guess.